Ladies and gentlemen, big questions that we do need to talk about in this video, that we need to analyze, looking at the metrics, looking at the charts, looking at the short interest. And is that C3.AI, is there possibly a short squeeze that could happen in the near future? Now, of course, nobody knows what this true answer is. This is a big question to try to answer, and we can only just make predictions. And with that, of course, I'm not a financial advisor, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Welcome to the channel. Hit that like button, subscribe for daily videos as we've been talking about C3.AI. Let's take a look at it, because one big thing that they did do is change their subscription-based model. That's going to happen, which could have a large influx on revenue changes. Now, one thing about C3.AI is that they do have their upcoming quarter earnings to report at the end of August. This is predicted for about August 30th. We're going to be talking about what could possibly happen in the next 3 weeks here, especially looking at the short interest right now compared to shares in the float, and also looking at the current pricing and how target prices could be changed on these from top investors. Now, pull it up on the screen here. We pop it up. C3.AI finished trading end of last week. Market closed on Friday at $37.80. Now, what you're looking at here is a really zoomed out a day chart where we're going to be talking about looking at the valuation and the premium that C3.AI has right now. Because one important thing to remember is AI stocks are a trending area of the stock market. What you do have there is lots of FOMO, people getting in and getting out and joining and trying to get in on that hype. Now, the question is this just another hype stock, or is C3.AI, could they have and actually be a good competitor for the long haul against some of these other top competing blue chip stocks? I'm talking about Microsoft, Google, Amazon, heavily getting involved into the AI industry and having a lot more resources. Now, looking at this in January, C3.AI sits at about 10 bucks, pops up here in March, about 33 bucks, already 3xing from there down here to 18, now settling around the $37. And we have investors that are changing their target prices, and we have stock interest that has been, or short interest that has been changing frequently. Now, with that being said, is C3.AI, it does trade at a high value, a high premium right now, a very high valuation compared to its revenue. Can C3.AI keep up with its valuation? That's what is important to try to see here. And if it doesn't, how is the short interest going to change? And could there possibly be a short squeeze in the near future? Now, talking about C3.AI, it's one of the most biggest trending stocks, possibly due to its ticker symbol is just AI. So people looking to get involved into these AI stocks, hey, what's a great ticker symbol to look into? Do further research. That is AI. Now, remember, their sales multiple of 17. Motley Fool here comes out with this article. It says that it doesn't seem justifiable considering that its revenue increased just 5.6% in fiscal of 2023. Now, this makes sense. Yes. Why are sales increasing by 17, a multiple of 17x, when you just have a 5.6% increase in sales in terms of revenue? Now, one big thing is people are taking a big bet on C3.AI's future, and that is they are predicting an acceleration in growth. And that's because of the change in their business model from a subscription-based model to a consumption-based model. This means that instead of just a flat rate, say $100 a month, $200 a month, or blah, 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 you are paying per usage, kind of like energy in your home. The more you utilize it, the more you're going to have to pay. Now, this can help diversify your client base, because you can have the people that have been working with C3.AI or utilizing their business and their applications. They can continue utilizing them. And then you can have smaller companies that want to test it out. They don't have to pay as much. They don't have to pay maybe a high premium, that high subscription-based flat fee. They can test it in just utilizing, not paying as much, and possibly enjoy it and spread more eggs out in the basket. And you can see this among different companies. Now, what we are seeing with C3.AI is their qualified sales opportunity. It's pipeline to double and increase in the amount of clients that could possibly be happen. Now, this is great as it's expecting revenue to land at about 307 million. And like I said, if we look right here, move me out of the way, you can see their upcoming quarter earnings is about negative 17 cents earnings per share. And especially in like fiscal year of 2024, they are predicting to possibly even go profitable with their margins. We saw this in the last video. Make sure you do check out that. Now, talking about the short interest, that's what the focus of this video is. So let's get into it. Now, C3.AI right here, we got from Finbold, is talking about this is a pure play AI stock. And that's what we are seeing. Talking about other stocks that do have a high short interest is that is up to nearly 35% short interest as of June. So I did the research, did kind of some analysts myself, and you can see right here, if we look at some of the information that we are getting here, and this is coming from shortsqueeze.com, you can see that the actual short percent of the float is at 35%. And with that, current shares in the float is at about 94 million, and the current shares that are shorted within that float is 32 million. So lots of people and investors are taking a short position on C3.AI. Now, with that being said, and people that are taking that, we are seeing analysts, and currently these three analysts right here, some big people in the game like North End Capital, and you have JMP Securities, they are putting target prices of $40. So target prices of $40 right now, and with C3.AI 37, it does seem you do have a lot of people that are fighting against, hey, this is going to be a bullish stock and it's going to rise in price, or a lot, and you see it in the short interest that this is going to be more of a, people are trying to make it off of it falling. Now, these two stocks, and especially C3.AI, really have outperformed the S&P. And I think especially at this average price right now of about $37 with the short interest, that is a big question, and possibly could C3.AI actually fulfill these predictions and fulfill these different types of revenue metrics, and especially possibly going profitable? I think with the current short interest and what we're seeing right now is at the high valuation of nearly 17 times what we're seeing in its revenue metrics. I think C3.AI, we could see a little bit of a sell off, and especially with earnings right here, if we see more shares that are being shorted, this could possibly fall down and even come down even to here. So expecting a decline, a correction could happen. However, as C3.AI, it does report earnings that are better than expected and even starts to create some great revenue reports, I think we could see possibly a squeeze here in the near future. And of course, that's just a prediction, not a guarantee by any means. So let me know, what do you guys think? It's an interesting conversation. This stock is a highly debated stock right now. So I want to get you guys involved. Let's talk in the comments. Peace out. Take care. And I'll catch you guys later.